Hey everyone, hope you're doing well. Today's Clubhouse call, we talked about the idea of non-refundable deposits and whether or not they're legal or not legal. And obviously this will all depend on, what state you're in, what market you're in, and what your broker advises on. But with this conversation, one of the agents here in the Columbus market mentioned that an attorney told her that it's illegal and they shouldn't be doing it. And we've had several attorneys on our Clubhouse calls, just going over various topics. And my understanding is this, and my understanding of how I read inducements here in Ohio and what we can and cannot do is that a non-refundable deposit is technically an inducement. It cannot be called earnest money, and it cannot be held by the brokerages. So if it meets those standards, then it's okay and it's allowed. Also, it has to be fully disclosed. So if your buyer is wanting to do a non-refundable deposit, it has to be disclosed within the purchase contract. So there's one side of it as far as non-refundable deposits. And then inducements, how I read them for the state of Ohio is inducements are legal. On the buy side, inducing a seller, it has to fully be disclosed in the contract so that all parties are aware that the inducement is there. And then on the listing side, let's just say you're running a marketing and your sellers wants to offer something to a potential buyer if they purchase the home. Maybe sometimes back in the day we would have a commission bonus. Sometimes people would give a free cruise away, if they purchase the home. In this market, we don't really see them because sellers don't have to do those. But the inducement is legal if it's fully disclosed and if it's available to every single potential buyer that's going to think about buying that home. So, make sure you guys understand those things, especially with non-refundable deposits and in this market, is it legal? Is it not legal? If it is legal in your market, what are the rules and stipulations around that? And how do you need to put that into the purchase contract in order to make it happen? Also, making sure, like everything that we do, make sure that you are communicating with your buyer client of exactly what that means. It's not an earnest money check. And, they're not going to get it back at closing. So that is something that they're going to give to the seller. And no matter what happens, the seller is going to collect that money. So just make sure you're on top of those things. Make sure you understand the rules behind everything and go out and crush it.